What's up, people? Welcome back to another fitness video. This time I'm gonna go over my home gym setup. So yeah, can you build a pretty, insane physique at home? Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what I've been using. So like my parent doesn't use a third room, so I basically modify the entire room for gym purpose. So I'm gonna show you guys what kind of equipments that I use and what are the stuff that I usually do. And that's it. I do prefer going to the gym because like back in the day I used to go to the gym for like many years and I love it. And since the COVID, I'm like, gyms closed and I'm like, what am I supposed to do if they're closed and you couldn't really use it? So I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna invest more money into building the entire home gym, and plus they have a room and they don't use, so hey, perfect. So I just build my home gym in general. And you don't have to pay a lot of money, honestly, to build a home gym. Is actually like, it's actually not bad. Like you can spend a couple $1,000 and you get to have like a really good gym, especially with all the equipments nowadays are so much better and cheaper. Like for example, like the squat rack behind me, which I'm going to show you guys the stuff, like you don't really need like a super fancy one. Yeah, if you're going to lift extremely heavy, like, well, thank God I'm not really like a power lifter no more. I used to lift super heavy, but when I'm doing I cut down like weight so much where like my strength doesn't like stay where it used to be, and I don't need to lift like 300 or 400 pounds anymore. So which most of the equipment, they're heavy as it is. So it's, you don't really need to lift extremely heavy or more like ego lifting to really gain more muscles. You just need to make you know just make it harder in general, like slow it down or pause or doing more reps and just train harder. That's it. But that's like one thing I'll talk about in my training philosophy. But this time I'm just gonna go over the gym equipments and what I have and what I use most of the time. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is my squat rack, and these are my dumbbells. And I mean, like I say, I'm only weigh like 130 pounds, so I don't really need to lift like 200, 300 pounds no more. Back then when I was 180, maybe I can lift like 300 or 400 pounds when I was still doing like powerlifting stuff if I care. But now that you don't really need to lift, like I say, super heavyweight like in order to gain muscle. You just need to make it harder. Like muscle doesn't really, I mean, I can't really tell like whether if you're training like when you do like so many reps and sets and then like and you train hard, it can't really tell whether if you lift heavy or if you're lift light. Like nonetheless, you'll make gains if you train pretty hard regardless. So other than that, yeah, this is my pulling machine, which I do like pull-ups and pull downs. I do pull-ups with a pull-up bar and I do pull down. So, and some other variation workouts, but I'll show you guys later in the future. But yeah, just different variations, some dumbbells, just some weight plates and the belt. That's when when I used to be a powerlifter. It's like where I use the belt. Like it's so nice, but I put it on like occasionally if I'm doing some like deadlifts or whatever, and squat if I decide to go a little bit heavier. But pretty much this bench I can put like the leg extension on, so it's very nice from there to there, and it's very awesome. So the squat rack is a must pretty much at home if it's possible. But I would modify this corner, but my dad used for computers, so I'm like, what, that's fine. I'll just leave it as B. But like you can build a couple $1,000s a gym or less, and you can have the same effective as going to the gym. But if you have like room for it, that is. If you don't have room for it, then like I used to do, just go to the gym. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I will show you guys like all the different exercises and workouts later on in the future. But right now, just going over the setups. So yeah. Okay, now we're in the garage. So I got a stationary bike and a treadmill. I didn't buy none of these. Somebody gave it to me. I was very lucky. This bike almost worth like $1,000. And this treadmill is up almost probably like close to $1,000, like well maybe $700-800. So they were like, "Hey, I'm cleaning the garage and I no longer need it. Do you want it?" I'm like, "Dude, like of course." I was looking for like some cardio machines. Like having a stationary bike, it's so amazing. This is really good for building your legs, like your quads and all that stuff. I'm on this thing almost every day, like literally every day. I haven't stopped riding it for months and months. So I'm on this almost every day, and like when I don't work, and sometimes when it's raining outside, I'm going on a treadmill. I do have it on incline when it's stacking woods, but this thing doesn't have the built-in incline. It's not as good, so I just stack it, put some 2x woods on it and lift it up, and then you make it incline treadmill. But I'll talk about why cardio, like it's very important. Like that's how it keeps me like being in shape and being shredded. And it's very important to do cardio in general. So I mean, I love it. And I'll talk about it more in the future. And honestly, having a couple cardio machine at home, then you can just use it anytime you want. You don't have to worry about the weather. You can just get up and do it whenever you want. And that's it. If you don't want to do indoor, there's different. I mean, I do have my outdoor bike, but I haven't used it for like years because that's how I used to go to high school, and I just rode this for many, many, many years. And then I'm like, it's sad it sits in the garage, but hey, I mean, I might take it out for a ride sometimes, but I do prefer indoor because I can just sit there and watch videos and learn stuff, and then meanwhile or study, and then meanwhile I'm just get the workout done. And nonetheless, I'll talk about more cardio options in the future, and that's pretty much it for what I have in terms of cardio machines. Yeah, so that's pretty much it on all the all my stuff, like on my what a home gym looks like. And there's one more thing out there, but I haven't used them for a while. That's just more like the pull-up bars, dips, and some other stuff I could use. But I bought that, like I kept upgrading a little bit by little bit, and then I realized, wait, I could get like better stuff with multi-function, because that's the key. When you're working out at home, you don't want just one machine that does one thing. You want a machine that does many things, so you can do pretty much everything, because you don't have the luxury like in the gym and have every single individual machine so you can hit every single body part. So it's actually not as easy to train at home. So just be aware of that. Like, yeah, you can do majority workout, but honestly, I do prefer, like, I love the home gym like a lot. I prefer because it's so time efficient. Both of them has pros and cons. So nonetheless, if you want to do like, if you don't have room, or if you don't live at home like with like enough space, then going to the gym is obvious choice. And if you have room and you have the money to invest in, then trying to have a home gym, because for me it's very time efficient. I just work out whenever I want to, and yeah, I can get the same result. But I do miss the gym for specific purpose, like some of the equipments. That's it. Not anything else. I mean, I save a lot of money from driving there. I save a lot of money from like paying the gym memberships. Think about it. If you like, it's been since COVID, so it's almost 5 years. So if you pay for a gym like what, $600-700 a year, if you times that and you add gas money and all that stuff, yeah, it adds up. So it's actually cheaper to have a home gym in a long run. And you can even buy like better equipment that's just equivalent to the gym in general. But if you, like I said, if you don't have the option, go into the gym. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I love the gym. I'm still going there time to time. But other than that, that's pretty much it for my home gym setup. So you guys will be seeing, me using it like when I start to teach like what kind of workouts, like how I do it. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time.